This one topic is super important for business, and I see a lot of businesses don't focus a lot on this aspect. Honestly, if you ask me, what has been the one thing that works the most, I would say first go and optimize your Google business page. Okay, one thing is to get as many reviews as possible. Would you guys like it if your Google business page comes up over here? This is actually super easy, super easy. Okay, and I'm going to be teaching you the science behind it. And honestly, it is so easy, but I hardly see anyone do it. It's like the lowest hanging fruit, to be honest with you, and nobody does it because you have no idea as to how many people actually go and search for you online.
Special guest of the day, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Swapnil. Can we all please give a big internet moguls welcome to Swapnil in the comments, please?
Thank you so much, Avi. Super excited to
Awesome.
be here.
Super excited to have you, Swapnil. Uh, just waiting for everybody to welcome you. Awesome. Swapnil, thank you very much for taking the time out. I know you have a great presentation and everything ready for us. So
Right.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to just quickly request you to introduce yourself, and then I'll leave it to you and your presentation.
Perfect. Superb. Okay. All right. Let me just quickly share my screen.
Sure.
All right. So I didn't have a lot of time, so I couldn't put like a really good-looking presentation. But I'm going to promise you one thing that the content is going to be really amazing. All right. So a little introduction about who I am.
Awesome. Swapnil, sorry. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go behind the scenes. I'm going to switch my video off and I'm going to take notes as well. All of you people, please take notes. And also at the end, we're going to do a challenge. We're going to ask you to do something. So be ready on the Facebook group, everything else. So be ready with your notes and everything. Over to you, Swapnil. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, Avi. All right. So a little quick introduction about who I am and what I do. So I have been in the digital marketing space for the past 10 years. And just so that you guys take me a little seriously, we've done this for entrepreneurs across the globe. This is for Bombay Chamber of Commerce. This one we did it in Germany. This one's in Singapore. And and we worked over the past 10 years. We run a digital marketing agency based in Mumbai called Anova, and we also run a training company called Freelancers Academy. And one of the main objectives that I had was to kind of, one of the main objective that I have today is basically to number one, teach you a lot of things, obviously, to spill all my beans in terms of what do we do for our clients, how we've been able to grow their revenue. Number two, this is going to be super entertaining session, and I would want it to be interactive because I'm sure you're going to find a lot of value. So without any further ado, let's get started. Okay. A couple of years back, okay, whenever I used to go to a party or whenever I used to meet business entrepreneurs, I would go and tell them that, hey, you know what, you should do digital marketing. And those guys used to be like, yeah, we know it's important, but not at the moment. Okay. But today things have changed. In the past 3 years, things have changed completely. Okay. My phone doesn't stop ringing. That's how much of a demand there is for digital marketing today. And I'm sure as business owners, you're attending this session with the objective to learn digital marketing. Okay. This is one of the core philosophies that I believe in, that, rather than going to, I've been in this space for the past 10 years. And if you ask me, any small and mid-sized enterprise should do digital marketing on their own. Okay. Let me tell you why. Okay. So if you go to a decent digital marketing agency, we would charge you anywhere about 40 to 50,000. Okay. Over and above that, there would be paid spends as well. So what I would always recommend, one thing that I always recommend business owners is that they have to learn digital marketing, even if they do not implement it themselves. Even if they get it outsourced from an external person, how do you weigh whether the agency has done a good job or not, right? So one of the things that I feel is that every entrepreneur or anyone should learn digital marketing yourself, because you can use that money that you spend on digital marketing, digital agency, and use that for your ad spends, and that will give you more returns. Okay. The good thing about digital marketing is that it's super laser targeted. Okay. Uh, your regular marketing, you don't really know who's going to be watching it, how effective it's going to be. But with digital marketing, what happens is that it's super effective because it's laser targeted. Okay. So before I'm going to, I hate just talking to this screen because I don't know how many of y'all would be listening to it. I quickly want to know, I know that today Abhi's told me to kind of cover Facebook ads and Google ads, but this one topic is super important for business, and I see a lot of businesses don't focus a lot on this aspect. Okay, I want you to go into your chat and tell me, if you guys have your own businesses, how many of your businesses are there on Google Places? Okay, and how many of y'all have more than 100 reviews? Forget about, I'm guessing every one of y'all would be on Google business page. Okay, would have a Google business page. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So let's say if I search for, let's say like an Uber. Okay, okay. So over here, this is your Google business page. Okay, I want you to tell me, okay, how many of y'all have more than 100 reviews over here? Okay, go in the chat, and if you guys have more than how many reviews do you have? So Shishir over here says 21, someone said 57 reviews, someone said 71 reviews. Anyone who has more than 100 reviews? I don't think anyone has more than 100 reviews. Okay, so this is honestly, if you ask me, what has been the one thing that works the most, I would say first go and optimize your Google business page. Okay, one thing is to get as many reviews as possible. And wouldn't it be great if I teach you? So let's say, let me give you an example. Let's say if I go and I search for, let's say like a digital marketing agency in Navi Mumbai, which is where one of the agencies is based. Would you love to get featured over here in the top 3? Would you guys like it if your Google business page comes up over here? Okay. Come on, guys. Would you like to know how it's supposed to be done? This is actually super easy, super easy. Okay. And I'm going to be teaching you the science behind it. And honestly, it is so easy, but I hardly see anyone do it. It's like the lowest hanging fruit, to be honest with you. And nobody does it because you have no idea as to how many people actually go and search for you online. So let's say if you have a business, the first thing that they will do is go on Google, search for your business name, and then they will look at your reviews. And I see a lot of people don't pay attention to it. Okay. But let's say if people, we have an agency that's based in Navi Mumbai, right? So let's say if people didn't know my company, which is Anuva, and they went on Google and they searched for digital marketing agency in Navi Mumbai, and my company comes up. Imagine they search for your keyword or your industry, and your company website or Google business page comes up. That would make a lot of difference, right? So I'm going to tell you 3 things, only 3 things that you need to do. Actually, 4 things that you guys need to do, okay, in order to come on the first page of that Google business page. Okay. The first thing, let me just take you to my Google business page. I'm sure everyone has a Google business page. If you do not have a Google business page, go and create your Google business page today, right? So let me just take you over to my Google business page and show you what you need to do. Only 3 things that you guys need to do in order to outbeat all your competition and to ensure that whenever people are searching for your keyword, you come up. Okay. So I have a lot of Google business pages. Okay. So this is one that I would be talking about. All right. So in your Google business page, there is this really amazing section where it's called info. Okay. Now, what I want you to do is whatever your company name is, follow it up with your industry. Okay. And if you can put your location over here, chances are half the thing is done. Like if you want to come up in that particular region, all that you need to do is add the keyword over here and the location over here. And and chances are that you will be seen on the first page of Google, okay, in the Google business page. The second thing that I want you to do is basically you have a description section over here, okay? You have a description section over here, okay? In this description section, what I want you to do is add that specific keyword at least twice or thrice, okay? So step number one is basically modify your name, use the keyword, and use the location. The second thing that you should do is basically in your description, if you repeat the same keyword a couple of times, chances are that you will come up. And third, which is the most important thing, is basically whenever, first and foremost, nobody will give you a review if you do not ask for it, right? So what I want you to do is basically ask as many people as possible, because this is one of the most important things for your business. So go and ask people to review you, and when they are going to be writing that review, ensure that they mention the keyword. Okay, so let's say in this case, my keyword is digital marketing agency in Navi Mumbai. Then in that case, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to try and tell my users that, hey, you know what, when you're going to be giving me that review, please try and insert that keyword. Okay, this seems and sounds so simple, but trust me, most of the business owners don't do it. Okay, so I want you to do this today. Okay, send this Google review link to as many people as possible and ask them to review you. Okay, over here you have, this is the homepage of your Google business page. Okay, and you have this section over here, which is basically send a review link, share your review form. You just need to click on this and send it to as many people as possible. If you guys need a template, I have a customized template for all the different businesses. So, you can connect with me later and possibly I'll send it to Avi and then he can send it to you. Okay. So that's one thing that is super important that I want you guys to do. Okay. My whole objective, the session is going to revolve around Facebook ads. Okay. Now, let me just pull up my presentation. So I didn't honestly have a lot of time, so I couldn't prepare like a good looking presentation, right? One of the most important things when you're running a Facebook ad, right? Today what's happened is that organic, if what you're doing is, I meet a lot of entrepreneurs, right? And they say that, Swapnil, we post at least 15 to 16 times on Facebook, on Instagram, but we're not reaching out to the right set of audiences. Our business, we're not seeing any customers, we're not seeing any traction. Unfortunately, organic has become really, really difficult, and the only thing that really, like, if you want to amplify, then the only thing that you need to do is do paid ads. Okay. And I'm going to be teaching you paid ads. And, one of the things that I would like to tell you is the most important thing when you run a paid ad is not understanding the dashboard, but understanding who you're talking to or creating a customer avatar. Okay. So whenever I go and speak to entrepreneurs and I ask them that, hey, you know what, you need to do Facebook ads. They're like, okay, fine. We want to do Facebook ads. And then I ask them, who is your customer? And they say, anyone who is basically from 10 years to 90 years, everyone's my customer. Now, the thing is that if everyone's your customer, nobody is your customer, right? So what I want you to do is basically create a customer avatar. Okay. Whenever you're going to be, doing any kind of Facebook promotions, you need to be laser targeted. So because of that, you need to, first thing that you need to do is basically, you need to create customer avatar. Okay. Basically, customer avatar is who your ideal potential customer is. Okay. The more understanding of who you're talking to is, the more, the better it is going to be, the better results you will see in your Facebook campaign. Okay. So let me do one thing. Let me just show you, pull up my Facebook ads manager quickly and show you some of the really cool things that you can do using your Facebook ads. Okay. So just give me 1 second. Okay, so before I get started with Facebook Ads Manager and show you what targeting options there are, what I wanted to show you was that, because I hope you guys know about Cambridge Analytica, okay? And because of Cambridge Analytica, what happened was that Facebook now has become really transparent about all the ads it puts on Facebook. So let's say if I wanted to check, my competitors' ads, or if I wanted to check anyone's ad, let's say if I wanted to check Avi Arya's ad, right? It's become super easy now. Okay. So all you have to do is basically head over to this website called Facebook Ads Library. And then using this tool, what you can do is you can basically check every ad that your, whoever is running on Facebook. Okay. So let me just show you how it's done. So the website name is called Facebook's Ad Library. Okay. Facebook Ad Library. Okay. You come over here, you select all ads. Let's say if I want to see what ads Avi Arya is running, then I just head over to his profile and his business page. And now what I can do is I can see all the ads that Abhijit Arya is actually has on Facebook, right? Super cool, right? If I wanted to check, let's say, upgrade. I'm not sure if this is the one, but okay, must be another business page. Cool. So you get the point. Whenever you want to see anyone's ad, there is a website called Facebook Ads Library that you can actually log on to. Okay, cool. So let me do one thing. Let me just show you targeting options and how can you make like a super effective Facebook campaign. Okay. Because the first step, like the way I said, is to create a good customer avatar. The more you understand your customer, the better you'll be able to target these guys. Okay, so let me just show you. Let's take a hypothetical scenario. Let's say that I am working for, let's say, a designer. Actually, we do work for a designer called Vikram Fadnis, who is a Bollywood fashion designer. Okay, let's say his dresses basically start at about 40,000. Okay. And I wanted to target people for that campaign. How would I actually go about doing it? Okay. Let's say he's come up with a handbag collection. Okay. And he's come to me and he said that, hey, Swapnil, you know what? I want more people to come on my website and purchase my product. What could I do? Okay. Let me quickly show you. How would I go about doing it? And what amazing targeting options there are on Facebook. Okay. So let's say if I go for traffic, continue. What I wanted to show is the level at which you can target people. Okay. Next. So I'm going to select website. I want people to come on the website. Okay. And whatever the budget is. The most important thing is this section, which is targeting. Okay. Which is targeting your customers. First and foremost, in your audience, the best people to target are people who have come over to your website. Okay. Remarketing is the most important thing when you're running Facebook campaigns, when you're running Instagram ads. The most important thing that you need to first do is remarket to people who've already come on your website. Okay. So there's customer. So over here, you have the option of custom audience. Okay. In your custom audience, what you can do is you can basically select website and target every person who's come to your website in the past 60 days, 90 days, or 30 days. Okay. Isn't that cool? That's how that explains, how websites like Jabong, Myntra, Flipkart, Amazon, you go to these websites, you look at a particular product, and now you come out of that website and those same product keep following you everywhere. They do this using the same strategy, which is, they target people on the website, okay, who come on the website. Any idea how does Facebook actually do that? How does it possibly how can it retarget to you or remarket to you? Come on, go in the chat and tell me, how do you think Facebook gets to know how, whether you've gone on a particular website or not? Let me see how many of you all would know this. Go in the chat and tell me that, let's say if you visited a Jabong, Myntra, Flipkart, how does Facebook pass on that information to a Jabong, Myntra, Flipkart? Okay, so there are some people who are right, ad pixel tracking, absolutely. So it is the pixel code which is there on each and every website. Okay, one of the things that I always you guys should have is basically this extension. Okay, Facebook Pixel Helper. Okay, which helps you understand whether a certain pixel code is there on your website or not. So this is one of the plugins that you can have on your desktop, just to see, let's say if you're working on your website, if you want to see if everything's working fine or not, you need to implement this code on your web browser. Okay, great, superb. So this is one of the things that you can do, website. The second option over here is basically customer list. Okay, so we used to work with BMW. Okay, let's assume that there are about 1,000 people who go to a showroom. Okay, and out of those 1,000 people, only 100 people, let's say, buy a BMW car. Now, because these guys went to a particular showroom, chances are that these guys are still, they could still buy a car, right? What is the first thing that you do when you go to a showroom? You fill up an inquiry form, right? There's like a form that you need to fill up, right? Where you put your name, your number, and your email address, and so on and so forth, right? So if you have a database, okay, what you can do is, all that you need to know is basically the phone number of people. So let's say if I know the phone number of Avi Arya, I can actually just put the phone number and target him. Okay, so if you basically click on customer list over here, all that I have to do is basically upload all the phone numbers that I have, and my ads will only be shown to people that I put from the list. Isn't that superb? Number one, it's going to be super cheap, because let's say you have a database of, let's say, even 5,000, right? But at the least price, you will be able to remarket to all these people just because you have their phone number. Okay, so this is something that we tried with BMW, and it really gave us a lot of returns, right? Okay, after this is another one that's super awesome. Okay, which is videos. Okay, so what you can do is you can basically sequence your videos as well. Okay, so let's say one video number one can be an introductory video. Video number two can be basically a little testimonials about your company. And video number three can be a sign up form or something like that. So let's say there are three videos that you have. Using your video engagement, what you can do is you can basically ensure that if people watch 15 seconds or 25 seconds or 25% or 50% of video number one, only then show them video number two. Once they see video number two and they say 50% of video number two, only then show them video number three. Are you guys getting it? So what I'm doing is I'm creating a funnel for myself. Okay. So the top funnel, I'm trying to show it to as many people as possible. The second video is going to be only people who have seen 50% of video number one. And the third video is basically people who've seen 50% of video number two. Now, what happens is when you actually do that, people start seeing your videos everywhere, right? And that creates a really amazing brand recall. So I would most recommend, number one, video is super important for your business today. And if you're running ads, then nothing works better than videos today. So create a lot of videos. And if you create multiple videos, this is one of the strategies that you can most certainly do. All right. Now, let's say, like the way I said that, my designer friend, Vikram Fadnis, decides that he has a very expensive handbag and his handbag starts at about 30,000. Okay. How will I basically target these people? Okay. So over here, what I can do is, let me show you how will I go about targeting such people. Remember, I showed you the slide where I spoke about the customer avatar. Number one, it's a designer handbag. Whom should I target? Should I target female or male? Go in the chat and respond. Female. Okay. Come on, guys. Okay, Chirag Joshi says both. Okay, interesting. Asta says both. Okay. All right. So honestly, it can be both, and I'm going to tell you how, and how you can target both, and what should be your strategy. Okay. All right. So let me first target only women. Okay. So over here I come and I select women. Okay. After that, what I basically will do is, who are these people? People who can afford designer handbags, right? So what I'll do is I will go and type in all the women who have shown interest in all the designer brands like Gucci, Armani, right? Giorgio Armani. Come on, guys, go in the chat and help me out with this. Which other brands? Prada, right? Come on, women, go and tell me all the designer bags that y'all always wanted to have. All right. So what I'll do is, first and foremost, I'll go and put all the designer brands over here. Okay. Now, what will happen is that I will put in all the designer high-end luxury products over here. But the problem is that these are all aspirational brands, isn't it? Like, let's say, even if there could be like an 18-year-old or a 20-year-old who cannot afford these bags, but at the same time, but still goes on the website. So it's important to filter out only rich people, because rich women will be able to purchase this. Okay. Now I want to ask you another question. First and foremost, what do you think should be the age? Okay. What should be the age? What should I target? Should I target women from 18 to 65? Or give me like a bracket. Come on, go in the chat and tell me what should be the age of these women. Okay, give me 2 points. So it could be 18 to 30 or 30 to 40 or 40 to 50 or whatever you think. Just go in the chat and tell me what should be the age of these women that I should target. 20 to 50. Okay. 23, 24 to 45, 25 to 45. Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. See, one of the things that I will tell you is, out of experience, when we run ads for women who are above 45, they've not really spent this kind of amount online. Okay. It's typically women in the age bracket, I would say women when they get married, let's say 28, and then the upper limit I would say is about 45 or 46. I wouldn't extend more than that, because if you see older people, right, they're still a little hesitant when it comes to buying stuff online. They prefer going to an offline store, looking, it's just the way it is. I mean, they don't purchase. Whenever we've tried to kind of experiment with bigger age, they usually don't. So let's say I will target women in the age bracket, let's say some amount, some 28 is possibly the age that women get married. Some women get married. And let me keep over here, let me say, or at this age, at 28, women start earning, right? And they have the money to kind of buy these kind of handbags. So let me put this as age 28 to 45. Okay. After this, what I can do is I can narrow it further. Okay. So what I'm doing is basically the first level is people who are interested in designer bags, designer clothes, luxury, so on and so forth. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to narrow it further by actually keeping a filter where I would say I want only women who are rich. So how do I do that? Women who basically international travel. Okay. Let's say frequent international travel, women who do frequent international travel, or women who have luxury or love luxury. Okay, let's say luxury vehicle. So what I'm doing is I'm creating filters. Okay. Number one, women who are interested in designer bags. Number two, I am basically narrowing it further by only showing it to women who have the money. You know, there's one more thing that you can do. Okay, there's one more thing that you guys can do to make like a super successful campaign. Okay, super successful campaign. Do you guys want to know what I can do? Go in the chat right now and say yes for me to tell you that last thing that you need to do. All right. Okay. What you can do now is you can further narrow it and say, show my ads to women who have upcoming birthday or possibly anniversaries. Let me show you. Upcoming birthday. Can you see? In the month of Jan, in the month of May, in the month of June. So what I can do is target women who have their birthdays coming in upcoming months. Don't you think if we run this campaign, it will run like crazy? Or let's say, not just that, we will also show it to women who have their upcoming anniversary in the next 61 to 90 days. Okay. Do you remember I had asked you that if we had to run this campaign, what could we do? Should we run it for female or should we run it for male, right? And a few people said you could run it for male as well, or you could run it for both. And the answer is correct. What you can do is you can basically target male and run this campaign only for male, have these filters, but you can have anniversary, because, you know, getting a gift for your wife is one of the biggest, you know, it's one of the biggest stars that a husband has. So what he can do is basically he can just target, you can just create a campaign and say that, hey, we know your anniversary is around the corner. This is another 20% special discount from our side. And those campaigns will work like crazy. All right. There are tons of other things that can be done. I mean, one of the things that we basically do is what we've seen is, if you want to target people, younger audiences, then I usually stay away from Facebook. I usually only target Instagram. And if you're looking at a little older audience, then maybe Facebook is the platform. But otherwise, I would say it is purely Instagram, right? Cool. So this is one of the things that there are tons of options. I hope that you guys found value in this. Okay. Do you guys want to learn Google Ads in like 5 minutes? If you guys want to learn Google Ads in 5 minutes, just say a yes in the comment right now, and I'll teach you Google Ads. I swear, in like 5 minutes, not more than 5 minutes, 100% guaranteed. And we've done this, and it works better than the usual Google Ads that you have. All right, super. All right, so I see a lot of people want to learn Google Ads as well. Okay. Okay. So did you guys know that Google, and I want you guys to be really honest, Google has this really amazing thing called as the Google AdWords Express. If you guys know, then go and comment in the chat yes. And if you guys don't, then go in the comment and type no. Okay. 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 So some of you all know it and some of you all don't know it. Okay. So what I'm going to be teaching you is, in the next 5 minutes, how do you run a campaign in 5 minutes on Google Ads? And it is, trust me, even better than your Google Ads. Okay. Because we've done A/B testing where we tested it on using a regular Google Ads. And then we had a Google AdWords Express and we saw the results. Google AdWords Express was much better in terms of results. Let me show you how it's supposed to be done. Okay. So basically, all that you need to do is go on to Google and write Google AdWords Express. Okay. Once you go into Google AdWords Express, okay, click on the first link that comes up. So basically, this is one of the things. Yeah. So this is one of the things that Google has for small and mid-sized enterprises, where they understand that a regular business owner would find it extremely difficult to run a Google ad. So this is like a AI, or it's like a thing which is so simple that any business owner can actually run a Google ad in less than 5 minutes. Okay, so all you need to do is create new Google Ads account. Okay. So let's say if you have a Google business page, before we started the session, I spoke about Google business page where you have all those reviews written. What you can do is you can actually select your Google business page also from here, and it can pull out information from there. But let me just say no for now to just show. If let's say if you even don't have a business name, business page, how will you go about it? Okay. So let's say okay, just select the website. Okay, I just put the website here. I select next. And Google will automatically go on your website, select whatever keywords that it feels is relevant for your business, and automatically design this campaign for you. Okay, this is how it will look on the mobile after they come to your website, and this is how it will be seen on your desktop device. Okay, you select next. Whatever you want. Do you want more calls? You select get more calls. Do you want people to sign up on the website? You basically select this. Or you want get more visits to your physical location, get more views and engagement on YouTube. All these options are available. Select next. And that's it. That's all that you guys need to do. I mean, based on, automatically Google will look at all the information that is there on your website, and automatically it will create an ad for you. And all that you need to do is click next, fill in your bank details, and you're good to go. You can select keywords over here. Let's say whatever keywords that you want to select, and you go next. Just select the region wherever you would want this ad to be seen. Select next, and that to see automatically Google understand where are we operational, and we possibly, and it has already selected those areas for me. And that's it. Can you see 32 daily average, 973 monthly max? You get an estimated 40 to 120 clicks each month. And trust me, guys, this seems so simple, right? And we've tested it with our client where, let's say if he had 1 lakh rupees, 50,000 we spent using Google Ads Express, and 50,000 we spent using Google Ads. And Google Ads Express gave us better returns. Okay. So because this is directly, and Google wants you to get the maximum return for your investment, this really works. So, all right, guys. So I think I was given, I was told that I was supposed to cover 2 aspects of ads, which is one is your Facebook ad and another one is your Google ads. Also, another thing, guys, when you're going to be running your Google ads, if you find Google ads a little difficult, okay, for the first 90 days, any which ways, if you start your own account, they will support you. Okay, they will not just support you, they'll create that entire campaign for you. Okay, and they'll support you for the next 90 days. So that's also something that you guys can do. But Google AdWords Express, this is how simple this was. In 5 minutes, if I want my ads to run, this is what I would do. And the Facebook hacks that I showed you, that was all that I had for today, because I just had 1 hour, but it was really awesome. I hope you guys found value in whatever I spoke about. And yeah, thank you so much. Avi, are you there? Hey, thank you so much, guys. I really wanted to kind of give you as much as possible in 1 hour. Whatever I could teach is something that I basically taught you all. I really hope you guys found value in whatever I taught you all. But trust me, you know what? This is one of the things that this is one of the things that I will tell you is number one. You need to work on your Google business page. Okay, that's the number one thing. So as your assignment, so Avi had told me that your assignment is you need to give them some assignment. One of the things that you can do for your business is go and get as many reviews as possible. Okay, that's one of the homework that you guys have. Create your Google business page and send it to as many friends and families as possible. Okay, can I just show you like a black hat? Okay, this is something that a lot of business owners come to me and they say, you know what, Swapnil, we want a lot of followers, we want a lot of likes, and we want the engagement on Instagram. I'll just show you what other people do. Okay, whether you want to do it or you don't want to do it is completely your choice. But there's this website called Social King. Okay, now on this website, basically, I mean, it's not something that you should be doing. Okay, but having said that, everyone's doing it. Okay, all the influencers, all the big guys on Instagram. Over here, you can basically go ahead and buy Instagram followers, likes, video views, everything. Okay, um, because sometimes growing organically can be difficult. So let's say if I wanted to just get followers, this is what people do. I'm not saying that you guys should do it, but let's say 100 Instagram followers, 149 bucks, 250 Instagram followers, 350 bucks, anything that you can think of. You have a YouTube channel, you want video views, you want people to subscribe to your channel. Every goddamn thing is available over here. But whether you should be doing or not doing it is completely your choice. But yeah, this is what people or influencers today do. Cool. Avi, are
Thank you. Thanks a lot. Guys, can we give it up? Big, big, big fire emojis in the comments, please. Okay, so we have a few questions which I want to take, which came in.
Sure.
Abhigyan, are you here? Abhigyan, are you here? Okay, I don't think if okay, then we'll go to the next question from Kaniz Fatima. Kaniz, are you here? Okay, Kaniz, you want to switch on your video and ask your question? Please allow Kaniz to switch on her video, Bhaskar, and she'll be able to ask the question.
Hello.
Awesome.
Can you hear me, sir?
Yeah,
Good
so
evening.
please allow Kaniz to switch on her video, Bhaskar.
I'm having some issue with my webcam, sir. I'm not able to on my camera.
No problem. Please ask your question. Issues.
Yeah, recently, Swapnil, it so happened that my Facebook ad was not running. I mean, there was another ad campaign that was in some unknown language. And then I couldn't stop my campaign also, and I lost almost around 9,000 to 10,000 bucks. So it's like I had to again try a lot to get that money also refunded. But the thing is, it's like for such a long time I couldn't run my ads. So how it has happened and what should I do so that it doesn't repeat next time?
So you're saying that your Facebook account got hacked?
Yeah.
Your Facebook account got hacked. How is that possible?
That's what I got to know from
unless
IMOTWS,
even if somebody else tries to log into your Facebook, okay, you get sent like a OTP. Unless you give that OTP, I don't think anyone can hack into your Facebook. So must be someone in the team or something like that. But otherwise, it's super difficult to kind of hack Facebook.
But the ad was not at all, not in English also. It was some other unknown language. I don't even know.
Okay.
Ad that was.
All right. So I've never really encountered something like this, but I'm how did you resolve this? You connected with them, you reached out to them on your Facebook support.
Yeah, I had to see that, and then I got one access through email. That you can ask Facebook account one expert from Facebook Facebook ad expert. Then I had to contact them and some Facebook chat through Facebook Messenger. I got some.
Yeah. That's how you basically do it. Yeah. But, honestly, I really haven't ever encountered something like this. So I wouldn't be the right person. The best people would be Facebook support.
Okay, no issues. Thank you, by the way.
Guys, so on the Facebook group, we have the biggest takeaway. So please go to the Facebook group, and Bhaskar, if you can put the link to the Facebook group so that Swapnil can also join us over there. So Swapnil, we have a Facebook group with about 30,000 members, and
Nice.
every time we have a teacher doing a master class, we ask people, what is your biggest takeaway? They post questions over there, and we request our teachers to interact with the students there as well.
Correct.
Can I give you the link?
For sure.
Awesome. Yeah. Bhaskar, can you please give the link in the comments, please? Or anybody who has access to the link can just put it so that Swapnil can get it.
Yeah, all right. I got that.
Lovely. So please go and ask post your, guys, if you can all go and put your biggest takeaway there. There are 67 on the peak. There were 71 people over here. So we would love to hear what was your biggest takeaway. Swapnil, to be able to take time, like I always quote my dad, who says the most expensive thing you can ask from people is their time. I really appreciate you taking the time out for doing this.
Thank you so much, Avi, for having me. And it was a pleasure being here.
Awesome. So I am right now, what I'm doing is, while I'm talking to you, I'm also babysitting my neighbor's dog. And you've seen Marley and Me? I don't know if many of you people have seen Marley and Me. So this dog is, somewhat like Marley, jumping around all over the place. Does not have a second to sit down. Anyway. So guys, did we enjoy the session? What has been your biggest takeaway from the session? Awesome. So जाने से पहले ना, every time that we have a teacher, Swapnil, we request our teachers to be able to give everybody a challenge, right? Okay. And so we have a challenge. So what is the challenge? Like, I think what you gave today was the Google business, very, very easy, very powerful tip. So maybe the challenge for today would be to be able to reach out to 10 customers and ask them to put a review on your Google business listing, because slowly if you get to 100, then things start changing.
Absolutely.
So guys, how many people would love to take that Google review challenge today? Okay, so the Google challenge starts today, and what all of you people need to do is pinpointed high value. That's exactly. So thank you very much. Everybody said pinpointed high value. We got exactly what we wanted. So all of you people, guys, before the Thursday class, reach out to 10 customers of yours and ask them to write reviews with the keywords that you want should be there. Awesome. So we will note this as one challenge that all of you people are taking. Awesome. Mohit is saying, is it fine if we start a personal brand on Google Business?
Yes, you can for sure. You can for sure.
Awesome. Swapnil, thank you. Really,
a particular location, then you can have it. Yeah.
Thank you so much for your time. Really appreciate it. And whenever I'm back in India and I'm visiting Bombay, I'd love to come and meet you guys, see your agency and all that.
Sure, it would be a pleasure. Would love to host you.